Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to another MAMJ Let's Play of Sound of Drop. Fall into Poison. When we left off, we got killed by some killer whales. It was pretty killer. I died. Pretty much is what happened. But we finally made it through, and now we are met up with this mysterious girl who still won't share her name with us. And we're in the, I think it's the break room or the employee lounge or something like that. So, not quite sure what's going to happen, but let's see how else we can die in this game, shall we? Slumping my shoulders with the realization that I will once again be alone, I discover a book lying on the sofa. Where you were sitting just now, is that a diary? A diary? Could it belong to one of the staff of Mountain Aquarium? Oh, now you're interested. The girl reacts with a sudden interest and returns to the spot facing me. Somehow, just as the girl said, it seems to be the diary of a Mountain Aquarium staff member. A bit larger than a paperback, it is similar to a pocket notebook. Let me see it. The girl takes the diary from my hands and opens it. This date, it's from 5 years ago. From 5 years ago? 5 years ago. The date Mighty went missing and that incident with the girl mentioned occurred. Mountain Aquarium was the thing these two incidents had in common. This diary has something important written inside. That is what my intuition is telling me. She's like, get away, I want to look too. I want to look too. Pulling back the girl's arm as she reads the diary on her own, I force my way in so I can peek in it as well. In the beginning, it's all a simple description of this person's job. I'm interested in how the fish are cared for and the hidden workings of the aquarium, but now is not the time. The girl flips through the book, looking for important information. This is what I want as well. Let's take our time going through this part. The date is one I recognize. A cold day, halfway through January. A date of my first visit to Mountain Aquarium. A day of destiny. There's been an accident. A big one. The fish in the deep sea booth died due to an error in the pressure control valve, and the ensuing panic, Director Sakuragi died as problems with the machinery increased. The loan on the deep sea fish booth hasn't been paid off yet, but tomorrow it'll be closed down right away. It's being called the closure, but the staff is being called together. I'm so down. I'm moving on. Okay. The girl continues flipping through the diary. Could this director's death have been the incident the girl was talking about? For some time after that entry, it seems to be just his grumblings. Eventually, the girl is skipping over these parts. Seems this employee was going through some tough times. It's been 3 months to the day that we started operating with the deep sea fish booth closed down. Customer traffic has decreased, even though we do have the tunnel tank and jellyfish booth. Thanks to it being promoted to the date spot, the amount of couples coming in is increasing. Our bonuses have probably been cut, but it seems we can continue without losing any staff. Finally, an optimistic entry. 3 months since the accident. For recovery, it happened pretty fast. I don't think I was as positive as he was 3 months after Mighty disappeared. The girl finally begins to read on in the diary. After a month passes in the diary, the speed at which she flips through the pages slows down. Lately, strange rumors have begun to spread, like that the water tanks turn to blood or that the director's ghost swims about. They're urban legends. I don't know who's spreading these rumors, but they seem to be popular amongst high school girls. Thanks to that, the amount of high school girl customers is increasing. It's probably a one-time boom. Once the boom is over, there's no doubt that the amount of customers will recede in contrast. They've been around for 5 years. These rumors. The girl nods at my words. She still doesn't take her eyes off the diary. Though the rumors should be fading into obscurity, they seem to be steadily increasing in their grandeur. I've been asked things by girls like, the director was killed, right? It was a murder, right? That shouldn't be happening. Well, it's just fine as long as the girl's cute. For a second, a scowl appears on the girl's face. This staff person's candid thoughts aren't really reassuring. It'll probably be impossible for anyone to remain neutral about this, so I can sympathize with the girl's sullen expression. Even amongst the staff here, rumors have begun to spread. Even those who are decent adults are keeping them alive. I want Kozuki to stop with the "there are so many fishy things about the accident in the deep sea fish booth" and playing detective. The girl pauses briefly as she thinks something over, but when she realizes I'm looking at her, she flips the page noisily. That Kozuki. He's been out for 3 days now. He pushed his luck too far by encouraging these rumors. It doesn't seem to be just someone skipping work. The girl's puzzled expression gives a hint of something more. That guy. Ever since he came back, he's gotten weird. How are the fish? How's the ghost? I'm the only one that's actually listening to him. From here, the writing gets messy. It does. Don't play around. Stop messing with me. What's going on? Kozuki drowned to death in one of the tanks. I thought he'd been going too far with these rumors, but he was a good guy. Everyone else started calling it a curse. What's going on? Again, someone died in Mountain Aquarium. And he was a person who was active in spreading the urban legends. With that, the rumors would become easier to swallow, for children and adults. Something's weird. Lately, deaths amongst the creatures we have on display have increased. After all our work to recover, management is hitting a slump again. The weird rumors aren't going away either. Why can't I see the ghost of a girl inside the aquarium? It's so over the top, I don't get any of it. The two of us continue to read intently. Lately, I'm seeing fish everywhere, as if seeking prey. I have a voracious appetite. Come to think of it, I started to think that rumor in particular might be true. After the closure of the exhibit, I've seen a girl with long hair. Even though it's June, she's wearing winter clothes. There's no doubt about that. What? Without my noticing, the word slips out. No, that's wrong. Denial appears in my mind. The girl notices I've fallen into a strange state, and she curtly says, "Concentrate." Either way, I'm already concentrating. I take a deep breath and steady my breathing, squinting to follow the words of the diary. I've gone crazy, or so many of them say. What's crazy about me? I haven't the slightest idea. This is an aquarium, so it shouldn't be weird for there to be fish everywhere. Look, even as I write this, they swim around me. There's a clownfish. This is probably the same phenomenon as I experienced. Yeah. Fish swimming about, even in places with no water. It had to be connected to a phenomenon in the underground control room. Even with this girl and I having experienced being attacked ourselves, it feels like I'm still resisting this for some reason. Lately, I feel like I'm gonna drown. I wonder if my body's weakening. Nevertheless, everyone is so cruel. Even if I were to start drowning in this room, no one would help me. Drowning with no water there, that's, yes, the same phenomenon. And by this room, maybe the room we're in right now, the staff room. I want to go ahead and quit. I'm at my limits. Fish are swimming around everywhere. No matter where I go, I feel like I'm drowning. And no matter what, no one believes me. Ever since Kozuki died, I'm miserable. The next entry is the last. Yeah, let's take a look. I wonder if my past life was a fish. Recently, I feel no resistance in the water. I wonder what that means. Who knows? The girl closes the diary and places it on the table with a dull thud. The last entry in the diary was around July 10th, around the same time of a year as now. I wonder, what could have happened to the staff member after that? I somehow know the answer. Surely he met the same end as the one called Kozuki. I mull over my doubts. I notice a half-full plastic bottle on the table. This juice. The expiration date on it is from 4 years ago. There's a calendar on the other side, but it's also from 4 years ago. I thought this room seemed to have been recently in use, but it's Mountain Aquarium from 4 years ago. 4 years ago? Yes, the prices in the pamphlet here are also 200 yen cheaper than they are now, so there's no doubt about it. Despite my lingering doubts, I believe what she says. Up to this point, I've seen time passing in a weird fashion here many times. Rather than being in awe of the fact that we're in the Mountain Aquarium of long ago, I'm more caught up in the realization of how many years have passed. Once, 4 years ago, Mountain Aquarium closed down for about half a year. I want to say right around July. Surely that was when this employee died. I had no idea. It wouldn't have been that big of a deal. There are other things for people to do for fun. Anyway, the current urban legends about the Mountain Aquarium probably came from this period, and they aren't merely rumors. You're saying there could be others that wound up in similar circumstances to ours? Yes. Moreover, there may be someone who got out of this Mountain Aquarium. There has to be a clue somewhere after all. This diary hints at that. However, this diary holds one more possibility. That 3-day absence from work, after that disappearance, the person called Kozuki had an accident and died. Kozuki had returned to the real world, but was unable to live on peacefully. There's a stinging sensation inside of me. The reason we came to Mountain Aquarium was because of Himeno's ghost story. Couldn't that have also been someone who returned from Mountain Aquarium? The story's content was different, but the result was the same. The full moon and red water could be considered a dramatization of an urban legend. There's something that's bothering me. It's a ghost story I heard from Himeno. Ghost story? Having caught the girl's attention, I tell her the story as we sit. I forget some of the finer details and mix up the order, but I give her the same general story. You heard the story from that girl Himeno? You don't know any more details. That's all I heard. Himeno insisted it was a rumor, so she probably doesn't know any further details either. I see. By any chance, have you heard that story as well? Some time passes, but the girl doesn't say anything else on the subject. The girl's expression seems a little different than it has up until now, but I cannot get a deeper read on it. Not allowing the silence to continue much longer, the girl speaks without looking at me. Thinking about it won't do any good. Well, I'm going. Wait, didn't I tell you? I have no desire to run from Mountain Aquarium. The girl says this over her shoulder, putting her hand on the door to the staff room. According to the map, the side the girl exits from leads to the gate. The girl having turned down my request for company, I can see that she's no longer going to stop to help me, so I don't try to make her. And now I'm alone, once again. This room has neither sound of machines nor that of ventilation fans, so I can hear the beating of my timid little heart. I remember another rumor the staff member wrote in the diary. A girl with long hair and winter clothes. The girl was referred to as a ghost. She wasn't in the story Himeno told. What it may have hinted at was that Mari had already become a ghost, so the Mari that appeared before me was... One part of me agrees with that thinking, but another part of me rejects it. I'm torn between the two, and the inside of my eyes grow hot. But there's no use in thinking about it. I have to move forward. If I falter, nothing will change, right? I'm alone again, but it isn't as I don't know anything. It isn't as if I can't do anything. So, I'm gonna save. I have to save is what I need to do. Okay. Alright, back to the game. Oh, I saved in 2 different spots. Whoops! Okay, I have to save Himeno, I have to save Mari. Ooh, that's tough. I don't know if Mari's like alive though. We have to save Himeno. Himeno is like actually in danger. That's right. I'll save Himeno. I won't just say that she can probably be saved. Within this aquarium, I have to be determined. That girl has steeled herself because she has no doubts. She seems strong. I'll move on. Saying this, I reach for the door of the staff room. Okay, when we go through this door, what's going to happen? That was definitely the first time we switched seats in 7th grade. What? Oh, okay. Okay, who will I sit next to? Nakabe-san, was it? It's Nakanobe. When I first entered junior high, I really didn't make an effort to talk to any of my classmates, so I had no friends. Even now, I have anxiety about talking to people I don't know, but it pales in comparison to the way I was the year before last. During free time, I would read books in the corner of the classroom. During lunchtime, I would slowly eat my lunch alone. That was how it was every day. I knew how to keep myself occupied. Sorry. By the way, Nakanobe-san, do you have low blood pressure? No, not really. Well, I'm your neighbor now. Let's get to know each other. Himeno was the last one in the row closest to the window, and I was next to her. Himeno ended up with no one else to talk to, so she did all she could to talk to me. Or at least, that's how I saw it. Ah, Mayu. Your lunch is ground steak with cheese inside. I just love it. Let me have a little. My side dish. Okay, I'll give you the pork from my yakisoba bread, Mayu. No thanks. Jeez, quit being so picky, Mayu. Mayu? Yeah, Mayu. You're Mayumi-chan, right? So I thought I could call you Mayu. You remember my name? This exchange took place 2 days after our seats changed. I still hadn't opened my heart to Himeno. Undaunted by my curt manner, Himeno would do things like reach for my box lunch. Up to that point, I never told her my first name, but Himeno called me Mayu. After that day, something changed. I would initiate conversation with Himeno, and even after that semester and the next seat change, Himeno would bring her lunch over and eat with me at my desk. Before I realized it, Himeno and I had become friends. The first time Himeno and I ever argued was in the summer. Should we see a documentary or a horror movie? It was a trivial matter, but it was important to us. After that, Himeno and I fought numerous times, but we made up just as many. Every time it rains, the ground hardens. Himeno, I muttered to myself. Even with today's argument, we made up. There was nothing else more important than Tamagawa Himeno, my one and only best friend. My best friend. Yes, that's right. No matter what, I will protect her. Oh, we finished the section, I guess. Okay, cool. I'm down with that. We didn't die too much then, in that little particular section. After I leave the staff room and walk around for a bit, the entrance gate appears on my line of sight. This is... I exit into a different place from the staff passageway I entered with Hiyoshi-san. The aquarium has more back passages than I thought. Thinking it over, I've almost walked the entire aquarium. The only places I haven't visited are places authorized for personnel only, and the closed-off deep-sea fish booth. Diagonally across from this area is apparently an authorized personnel-only space. The director's office, reachable by going behind the Fish World booth. There's a map for authorized personnel to use hanging on the door of the staff room. If I head out from the tunnel tank, I can make something of a shortcut, but I'm afraid of the flying cutlass fish. Going through the door will probably cause the state of things to change, but I can't handle things getting as bad as the tank breaking or something like that again. If that's the case, I'll have to go by the jellyfish booth. In that room, even if the glass is broken, I know I can deal with it. If I walk carefully, I won't fall. I can't just loaf around here. Closing up the map and starting to walk, the gate to Mountain Aquarium appears in my line of sight. I wonder if I can get out this way. The question born from within me has a simple solution. That girl had said the aquarium was isolated in a different dimension, but she had also said that she had not tested that idea. I think I should try tossing something in. So I roll a bucket that had been knocked over. The bucket passes through the gate, and at the very center of the gate, it disappears. It vanished. From here, I can see the Mountain East building elevator. There might be some value in using my own body to test it. Oh god, there's no value in that whatsoever. But you know what? We haven't died in this video yet, so we're gonna go ahead and test it. We're gonna test it with our body. Yes. I prepare myself, then push down the door to the automatic turnstile with my hands. We're gonna just freaking dissolve. Sounds a little creepy. What? For some time, my consciousness feels like it's gotten hazy. When my head clears, I can hear the sound of chatter. Could I be? What's wrong? This is Mountain Aquarium, isn't it? Yes, that's right. You can purchase tickets over there. Noticing that I look disoriented, a woman speaks to me in a kind voice. Her uniform is the same, but her manner is quite different from Suginuma-san's. It's kind, or Saginuma-san's, sorry. Could it be? I have no room for any doubts. Numerous people are entering and exiting through the gate. I can't hear any strange screams either. I was able to get back. But I have no time for relief. There are problems that remain unsolved. I'd like a return ticket, please. I hold up my ticket and complete the re-entry procedure. I pass through the gate and find only customers having their fill of the aquarium. The Fish at Tokyo Bay booth is exactly the same as it was before. What the crap? I thought it was gonna get like torn apart and dissolved. I'm able to pass through the tunnel tank normally. There's no danger of anything like a flying cutlass fish. In the Fish of the World booth, there are tons of brightly colored fish. There are no mummified dead bodies or fragments of destruction. The jellyfish booth is as pretty as ever. However, with no phenomena taking place, this only causes my uneasiness to grow. I can't get back. The fact that I came back but now can't return is quite a contradiction. But that's the way it is after all. I want to return to that mountain aquarium that is full of phenomena, a different dimension, side-by-side worlds, parallel worlds. Whatever they are is really irrelevant. I just need to return to Himeno's side. What do I do? I run through the entire aquarium once. Even so, nothing happens. That mountain aquarium with the heavy atmosphere, it's gone away somewhere. Big sister? Mari? I'm aware that it's an auditory hallucination. I just wish that she could hear me. Huh? After that, I search for Himeno until the building closes. But with the staff member hanging around and urging me to go home, I'm finally forced out. Slumping my shoulders, I tell the police what happened. This isn't quite the bad ending I thought it was going to be. 5 days ago, Himeno's parents filed a missing persons report. Despite my frantic feelings, no news comes about Himeno. A clownfish. On my end, I haven't had any major accidents. In regards to myself, even outside the aquarium, I've begun to see fish. I trip over things that aren't there. I start to feel like I'm going to drown. Mom and everyone else are worried about me. For the past 3 days, it's been getting hard to breathe. It's hard to breathe. We're going through the same thing as the diary entry. Finally, 1 week later, I'm in a bed. Yes, I've been admitted to a hospital near Manten. While the cause is unknown, my lungs seem to be failing. Now I can't breathe without a machine to assist me. I wonder how long I'll be hospitalized. As much as I love reading, I've grown tired of even that. From the hospital window, I can see the top of Manten East building. Himeno. Even though I want to speak her name, my voice won't come out. My trachea is just too weak for it. If I can, I want to eat ice cream just once more. My beloved cookies and ice cream, with my beloved Himeno. Yep, that's what happened. We died the same way as the diary entry. We started seeing things, and then our lungs filled up, and we died. Crazy. Okay. So it was a bad ending. I thought it was going to be a bad ending. I'm like, why is it not just like ripping me apart? Like I cross-dimensionally, you know? Freaking, I figured I was going to turn into like a jelly man or something. I don't know. Alright, so now we know that that was definitely a bad idea. No, I should stop. The test having gone well, it isn't a guarantee that I can get back to the mountain aquarium where the phenomena is happening. Like, every time I do the bad ending, like, the actual route you're supposed to go is like, yeah, that's a bad idea because of this. And I'm always like, yep, that's what happened. Even if I succeed, I'll be separated from Himeno. But I'll definitely get home. I muttered to myself. It's strange since it's as if I'm talking to the entrance gate, but it's a declaration of my resolve. As I move forward, I spot the souvenir shop. It makes sense as I'm going back the way I came, but it gives me mixed feelings. Oh, hey, you're back. Huh? It is there that I witness an unexpected sight. The girl from earlier standing in front of the souvenir shop, apparently lost in thought. You. So the corners where the doorways lead to has to be fixed by someone. Otherwise, there's no way you would have come across me being attacked by the orca in the machine room. I don't really get what the girl who is reassuring herself is saying, so I changed the subject. What's wrong? Did something happen at the souvenir shop? Just now, it looked like someone went inside. Someone? I don't know. It was just as they went in, but thanks to whoever it was, the coordinates are fixed on the safe place. It could have been Muddy. Your missing little sister, right? I'm sorry, but no. This is definitely an adult. I glance over at the entrance to the souvenir shop. Even as I peer through the semi-transparent wall, there are no human shadows. Still, the person she saw walk through the door and move to different coordinates. It wouldn't be strange for there to be no one in there. The girl said it was an adult. Could it be Hiyoshi-san? Hiyoshi? Who's that? Someone who saved me when I was caught up in the dangers of Mountain Aquarium. He went crazy in the staff passageway and I moved ahead on my own. After I explained as simply as possible what happened back then, the girl just nods and says, Well, he might have regained his sanity and found an exit. Or he might be wandering around, still crazy. Whichever it is, I think it's worth checking out. Hiyoshi-san seemed like he knew things about Mountain Aquarium. Well, why don't you go? I'll be waiting here. Huh? Aren't you coming with me? Got all the way to my throat before I gulped it back down. Either way, if he's not here, we might not be able to go through the door and return to this safe place. Right. I don't know this Hiyoshi-san's face, so it's better for you to go. Come back in 5 minutes. If you don't, you'll leave me? Of course, the two of us both dying or getting hurt would just be stupid. You're mean or I got it? Well, I'm gonna go ahead and leave this episode right here, and we will save that, I think, for next time. I don't want to overwrite that file. Okay, go ahead and go here. Alright, so, anyways, I guess we'll find out whether or not we should go on our own or not. I think the blue ones are kind of just conversational things, and they don't really affect the outcome, and the red ones are the ones that can kill you or not. That's just my theory right now, but we will find out if Hiyoshi-san is indeed in the souvenir shop in the next episode. So thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if you enjoyed. I'll see you guys on the next time, AMJ. That's fine. A sharp pain runs up the base of my neck. Whatever bit my neck knocks me to the ground. Bit your neck? No, not good. With each bite, the area around my neck makes a squelching sound. The cold stench of iron and the smell of blood. It's the smell of my blood and the saliva of whatever is doing this to me mixing together. Choked up by the stench, I realize that the air filling my mouth is hitting the bottom of my chin. Breath from my own mouth shouldn't reach the bottom of my chin. The inconsistency here is because that breath is being vented from the air hole that is opened in my neck. Well, I made a bad choice. Never go back. That's the moral of this game.